Okay, here we go. I really don't have a whole lot of good things to say about this episode. Just going back to watch it a few more times in order to have a proper analysis felt like pulling teeth for me. However, I want to use this as an example of what makes a bad My Little Pony episode. When it comes to this show, in general, it is still very well done. As Digibrody mentioned in his analysis video, My Little Pony is generally good. So to say that an episode is bad isn't saying it's bad in the entire scheme of TV shows. It is just bad in the sense that My Little Pony has been better than that on more occasions than not. So having an episode that doesn't deliver as well as the others is bad in comparison. Honestly, I feel that I would have been more interested to see how Fluttershy did with the Breezies, and I hope that her trip comes up again later. Maybe for her key episode? On a side note, I think this is another indication that the main six have every opportunity to be split up. Rarity going to a big city to pursue her fashion career, Rainbow traveling with the Wonderbolts, Fluttershy in a more eccentric location for Critters, and Twilight running her own kingdom somewhere. The only ones who might stay in Ponyville are Pinkie and Applejack. Based on the first 5 minutes of the episode, the viewer is made to believe that the episode would be about the antics that the remaining main four go through in order to keep Discord away from Twilight and Cadance. Instead, they find a way to get rid of each and every one of them, and Discord was there for no other purpose than to completely ruin Twilight's day, which didn't even work because Cadance seems to be very good at rolling with the punches. Discord has been a very in-depth villain that has always had a deeper and more developed plan, but in this episode it seems that his plan was as shallow as just being an annoying bully. This goes completely against every other episode he has ever been in. The most interesting tidbit that we learn in this episode is that Fluttershy has been keeping in contact with Discord, and that no one else has been. It isn't surprising that the others haven't been talking with him, but it is equally as interesting that Fluttershy has, and I have a feeling that this isn't the last time we will see Discord in this season, as he has already been in a few episodes so far. Discord got rid of Pinkie with a balloon. That made me very upset. Pinkie has proven to be a deep and thoughtful character in many other episodes, and the fact that she was so easily gotten rid of was upsetting to say the least. On the subject of Rainbow Dash, she has never liked Discord. She likes to take action early to get rid of him and spend the least amount of time possible exposed to his antics. It isn't surprising that she left when given the slightest option. I don't think this is a question of loyalty to her friends, but more reassurance that Rainbow really dislikes Discord. Later on in this episode, we are told that Discord has been faking his illness the whole time, and many have called an earlier scene into question. This being that to get rid of Rarity and Applejack, he, quote-unquote, gave them the disease. I believe that this is just another instance of Discord's magic at work. I mean, we have already seen his magic transform Fluttershy into a bully when she didn't succumb to his antics the first time he ever dealt with her. So it wouldn't be surprising that he used his magic to, quote-unquote, spread the so-called illness. Okay, I have to mention the music. Daniel Ingram himself said the music mix was out of balance. The references in this scene were fine, but the entire song did nothing for the plot. All it did was show that Discord was indeed there to do nothing more than annoy Cadance and Twilight. It was a pretty big waste of time, and to top it off, it wasn't the best musical number, and quite frankly, it could have been taken out of the episode altogether without it losing anything. I only have a few good things to say about this episode. The first being that the creature that Twilight and Cadance encountered was pretty cool. It reminds us that this world is different than ours, and is extremely magical. It was interesting to see that Twilight and Cadance didn't even seem fazed by their encounter with the beast, and immediately sprung into action to stop it. Also, the action sequence was kinda cool. The second thing is Discord's happy dance about how Twilight did something for him. It is possible that despite his love of creating chaos and his intricate plans to control Equestria, he might long and yearn for friendship, and he might just be covering up those desires with his antics. In short, though, I feel that this episode really didn't do much for the season, and in the scheme of things could be skipped over. It had no proper character development, and it could be argued that it might have taken a few characters back a step in their development over the entire show's history. However, these are just my opinions, and as always, I want to know what you guys think. So, what did you think of the episode? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the comments.